evening. If you're just tuning in, to recap, Oppenheimer took it. Best Picture, Best Director, but during all of that time, a lot of fun things were taking place, and that's what I want to talk about specifically right now. Off the top, and I loved this part very, very much. Hold on just a second, because I hear a disturbance. I just want to make sure that I don't miss, because I do know at some point Barbie herself, Margot Robbie, is about to come down the pipe. I want to make sure I don't miss that. Any minute now. I'm told they've just left the theater, so they could be walking through. In the meantime, let's go back to the fun stuff that took place. Guillermo, who is Jimmy Kimmel's cousin, who appears on his show all the time, walked out to do a toast, revealed that the entire crowd suddenly produced their own bottles of tequila, and everybody did a toast. That was hysterical. Probably one of the biggest laughs from the entire crowd. I don't know if you can see in the back of his head, but while he was talking just then, Cillian Murphy, the winner from Oppenheimer, Best Actor. You just missed him. Darn the luck. We'll make sure we don't miss Barbie. We won't miss that crowd when they come out of the theater. Another great moment that is blowing up the internet right now. And here's why it's funny to me, because when I was a little kid, oddly, my parents let me watch the Oscars when I was like 6 or 7 years old. And I remember someone streaked. Someone ran through the set naked on the Oscars that year, because streaking was a big cultural phenomenon. So on this year's Oscar, Jimmy Kimmel started alluding to the fact that that had happened. He said, I hope that doesn't happen again. And then stood there awkwardly, and then started to reveal that he had shtick set up with John Cena to come out naked. John Cena was leaning out naked, and lo and behold, John Cena, practically naked, walked out on set. I don't know if we want to play that moment full, as we say in the industry. Actually, probably something we don't want to take full, as we say in the industry. Regardless, it's blowing up the internet right now. I'm going to tell you, there's something that took place crazy behind the scenes that camera guy Julian and I captured. I'll put that on my Facebook page. It's Mark S. Allen Show. In the meantime, back here live, I want to make sure we don't miss anybody else coming down the pipe. I know that we just got word that Margot Robbie and the rest of the Barbie people have come out, so they will be coming down the steps just a little bit later on. In the meantime, big moments, low moments, anything you guys want to talk about that I can fill you in on that was taking place behind the scenes. I can tell you nobody got slapped this year and nobody called out the wrong movie this year. So no big bad moments this year.
That's good, Mark. And while we kind of fill time here as we wait for the Barbie crew to come through, I'm still following along on my bingo card. We actually did have a Guillermo segment playing on our bingo card. I do not have John Cena coming out streaking on my Academy Awards bingo card. But I'll give you a couple of these here, and you can take one. Yeah, it's funny.
That's one of those moments no one saw happening.
I'll give you a couple of moments here, and you can take one as you see fit. Did you see a nominee look visibly disappointed after losing, or a presenter or host appearing in character, or let's say any technical difficulties at the Oscars this year? Take one of your pick.
I will tell you something, and it's one of those things because, we're in TV, so we produce television all the time, and we produce live broadcast television on a daily basis. I will tell you something that most audience members probably didn't see take place, but we knew because we knew what was supposed to take place. Al Pacino was supposed to read an intro to the Best Picture, and then they were going to play a pre-produced piece that goes through all the Best Pictures. Al Pacino kind of blew past all of that and just read, I see Oppenheimer, it's Oppenheimer, and read that. And so then they punched up what we call a wild camera that didn't know that it was going to be live, trying to find the Oppenheimer people. So probably the ultimate moment of the evening is one of the more flubby kind of broadcast moments. Most people probably didn't know, but I know behind the scenes they were pulling their hair out. All right, so we got some time here. Come back to us in a little bit. I caught up with the president of the Screen Actors Guild to put context into all of this and why it is actually a joyous night that people are working again. Wait, hold on a second. Robert Downey Jr., ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh.
Robert Downey Jr. He should have won the Oscar a long time ago, and there he goes. He took it tonight, Best Supporting Actor, and gave a lovely speech that we showed just a little bit earlier on. And you saw him escorting his wife there, and he pretty much credited her for everything. And if you read his book, he really does talk about the fact that she did, he made a joke about my vet. She rescued me and brought me back, kind of like a veterinarian, a rescued puppy. His book says that, and I was glad that his wife was by his side to see that moment go down. It was one of the more touching, more real moments of the night. And there you go. You just saw Robert Downey Jr. All right, you guys, come back to me in just a little bit. I want to talk about Fran Drescher, putting in this context. People are now working again, and one of the most poignant moments of the entire night, and something that I hope they start doing now forever. What is that moment? I'll let you know in a moment. Back to you.